Hi guys, it's Saturday, June 13. So I'm just giving you a quick idea of for what I think it's like Bitcoin trading and on for like big swing trades, big positions. And personally, I think it's just all about the monthly chart. It's all about this chart, not the weekly, of course, all the other ones for to get the precise positions, but if you can see the monthly, I will just explain a little bit, and you can see that all the big trades are done on the monthly, and that's it. So let me explain. Okay, so we got this top. To make a trend line, you need 2 points, and then creates the trend line. 1 point, 2 points. We created this trend line. We didn't test it yet. We are trying to come here now to test this trend line here on this area, depending from where what we do. This is the big resistance on the monthly, because only 2 points were touched. So the third touch, normally it's a big bounce from the third one. Okay, we got this top here with this top, and now we rejected this, but we are still above to try to go to the stronger one. But here, as we can see, we just made another top here. Actually, this is not the best. This trend line is not the best one on the monthly. It's more on the weekly. But as we can see, we rejected, and now we are trying to do if this is the continuation of this rejection here, or if we hold above. So this is the decision point. Anyway, as we can see, I was saying the bottom will be here. And why? Because if you put this here with these 2 points here, mathematically we came down here to test this bottom and big move up. Also on the monthly, the big support on this white line, as we can see, where all the area is based. And as we can see, we created this bottom to do the reversal. As soon as we went up, came down and up. So this is the monthly, this white line, monthly big support. And then from this week with this week, we created this trend line, which wasn't tested. So we don't know what we will do, but if the price comes here, this will be a big buy on this trend line. And with this point, we created this trend line now with only 2 points, that if we came down here, it will have a bounce for sure. Of course, we have lower areas here if the price breaks down, of course. But anyway, for now we are here. We are above still this support, trying to understand if we break down from the monthly, but it's the monthly, so we are already below this area. But we are still above this support and this candle's close. So you can draw this kind of horizontal lines on the tops. As you can see, we did this one, and now we come here to try to go lower. So, and we have the support from this one. So you can draw like trend lines and horizontal lines on the big, on this, all these candles. As we can see, the price comes and goes up. And of course, we have the moving average. We came down here to the 12 and went up. Now we are trying to see if we still go higher or if we come down again to do a higher low here on the 21. And we have the wick of the candle to the body of the candle. All this candle, it will be a support area for the higher low. For we could do this up, or from here maybe we just do a higher low on the 8.9 on the weekly. Keep this trend line that comes from the past, and we touch it again, and then maybe higher here. So this trend line is important, which is the color is not, but it's this one that comes from here. As we can see, we might come to test it here as support. I will put it with another color. So I'll just put the important lines. I think I'll change the color for a little bit just for this video. So I see this one. Here we bounced from it. We can, so I don't know if it will work. Anyway, so we have this one. We have all these I already explained. We have this candle which will be the lower high, higher low, sorry, here, if we come down here to go up. So it's important. And you can do horizontal lines on all these candles and see where the price moves when we close the month, or not close the month, but when the price goes to those areas. We can also do like this. Remember, we can draw trend lines with the wicks, can be from this one up or this one. If we use this wick here, we can do this. I can put this in red because it's a top. Let's see, this one, it's aligned with this one. So, yeah. Okay, so let's see now on the lower time frames what it did. Remember, to create trend lines, it's 2 points. I can even do one with this and this to see where we go. Just curious to see if I connect this one here with this top. I think it's around here. Yeah, so as we can see, the bounce mathematically from this candle up was from this trend line here. So as you see, all the big moves are on the monthly time frame. Let me see. And then you can draw more from other places to see. Maybe we got these stops as well. So if we do the monthly now, the weekly, sorry. Sorry. I need to come to the month. Press this, come to the, I need to put weeks and days, so I can see it on the other time frames. And this one too. And the yellow one too. Yellow, no, I don't need. No, not this one, sorry. I need, wait, sorry. I'll just do like this. Okay, now I can come to the weekly. This one, I don't know if I did it well, but I'll check. Anyway, this green one, it's the base now. You can come to test the support and move higher again. So I don't know if, I think we didn't consider, we touch it here. This one above, maybe we do the higher low here on the green one and back higher. Also we have this one with this one, 2 dots we didn't touch on the weekly. So this is an important trend line too on the weekly. So all this area here will be a buy to see if we move higher from here. Closes below, just get out, stop loss. So we have this weekly one and we have the monthly one. The monthly gives a top here, but it's still tricky. Let me see. Yeah, because it started here and he gave this top here. And then we did a lower high, but gave the top here. Maybe I didn't do it so precise. Start hard to tell. Anyway, you got the point. No, it's correct. It's there, I think. It's hard to understand if it's on the right spot. But I think it is. I think it's here. All right, so doesn't matter now. So this is the daily. We rejected here the 21. We are trying to do another lower, higher low here. Maybe on the green one to try to push here or higher. We have this area very important if we break down or if we come here to test the resistance on this area here. And if we break down, then we have this area here also with this big support here, big. This is the green one. So as you see, it's been acting as support. And the price has been bouncing quite on the area. So trend lines are very important if you compare with the areas of support and resistance on the bigger time frames, and then you see what the price does. So this we can just have a bounce from here. If we close below here, we will come to this area here for a bounce. Okay, so 4 hours. We had this green box to buy. It worked. And then we create this trend line, 1 point, 2 points. We have this this candle came down, close above, and now we are trying to push higher. This is resistance, 1 point, 2 points, and we are rejecting from there, but we still have all this area here, which is more important for a rejection on this trend line, on the 21, on the 4 hours, we still didn't reject it yet, and plus all this moving average and all this area above with these trend lines all pointing to this kind of area here. But let's see what we do. I think we do this, come here, and then it's the big test to see if we push higher or if we come lower. This is what's happening now. Indicator still pointing up. Although they still can come down to test this area and then back up. So it's a tricky situation because we can do this, even come here and back up, or we push higher, here, up. It's tricky, but very easy to manage the risk on this trend line, on this wick, and this area here. So I think this is the buys are here. Stop loss below here, you can put another buy here, stop loss below here. If we lose, all these areas are to buy here. Okay, so 15 minutes just to see. Okay, so we are holding the 50, the 100 moving average, trying to push higher, trying to push above the, here this is the 20, simple, trying to push higher. We are consolidating here, and let's see what we do. We are facing this trend line here. Any closes of 1 or 2 candles, low time frames here, we will push to this, to the top here, this moving average, or to this top here. And that's it. As we can see, we break down, made the trend line here, and then we went up, came to the trend line, up. This is how you trade with no risk almost. It's just about patience. Don't FOMO, wait for the price to come to you. And now we are trying to push higher to these areas or even there. Very easy to manage risk now. Okay, 1 hour. Trying to push higher now. This candle is important. It's testing the 21 to try to see if it closes above in 8 minutes. If we close above here or here, we push higher. We have all these moving average as resistance here. This trend line also can be put with this top and go a bit higher. We can move it. That was made on the lower time frames. You can do it. We can use this top here and all come to this area of the 9.7.5 area, a bit up or down, doesn't matter, all this cluster here. So this is where we are at the moment. Indicator still can come a bit down, but we came down, we still didn't touch the top, so it's still consolidating in this area here. Okay, but anyway, what I was saying, this green one was from the monthly. We are above, try to push higher. We have this trend line here that we still didn't touch, but it was already tested, so, but there's a few more coming to this area here. If we break down here, for me this can do this. We have all this resistance now. Of course, people want to play safe. If we break above this area, a few candles here, on the hours or the daily, above here we can push higher. If we manage to break this big resistance here that we have been rejecting all the time. Okay, so this is where we are. We are in kind of this channel. If we break down, we will try to create another one down. For now, still grinding higher. All dips are for buying. If we come down, we already explained on the other videos, if we come down to test these areas, it's about managing your risk. If we come down, you buy here or one of these trend lines or this area. There's this trend line 2 that only 1 point, 2 points, and it comes to this area. So this is a very important area too here. So let's see if we break down, if we just here and then we hold here and push higher. If we break down this area, or we can even go higher again and then push back down here to these important areas and these trend lines. But as I said, the monthly, it's the most important one. And you can draw some trend lines to understand where we are on the chart, and then you can take out the colors. So as you can see, we got the bottom, we got the retest, we got another retest here with this candle because it closed above, and now we have this one. So the support is this green one now, to be if we go up, and then this is resistance, and this one is resistance. All aligned to come here to the 11K, more or less. Hope you understood, and yeah, that's it. So this is where we are, to see if we push from here, or if we still come down, to come here, up, and use this candle as the base for the higher low. Otherwise we can just come here or be on this area and push higher.